And I think we are live. Just waiting on a little connection there. There we go. Yay, we are live. Thank you so much, Lily. Thank you for that super chat. I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate that. All right, guys. We are going to be assembling this Make It Now project out of cricutdesignspace. I want to say hi to all of my Patreon supporters. Thank you so very, very, very much. Guys, couldn't do any of this without you. Also to my Ko-fi supporters and my YouTube channel supporters, as well as Lil for my super chats. Those help a great deal. Thank you so much. And a special thanks to all of my moderators who help out here on the channel and in the groups. Couldn't do it without you guys either. Definitely need you in my life, especially now I'm moving. I'm going to go ahead and play the intro, and then we'll go over a couple of things and get started. And please, please, please give a thumbs up, a like. Don't forget to share. If you guys are watching from Facebook, please make sure that you put your name in there. Hi, Dolores. Put your name in there, because all it will show me is viewer. It will not give me your name. If you're on YouTube, it will give me your name, but Facebook will not. So I don't know who I'm talking to if you're on Facebook and you don't give me your name. Hi, Creative Living. And there's Tina. I see Louise is here. Marianne, yay. There's Pat. And Dolores. Hi, Joyce. So we got lots of people jumping on. And Judy's here too. Yay. All right. I had a request tonight to do this Make It Now project to show you guys how they go together. And I'm just going to say they all go together the same way. You're just going to have different pieces if you cut a different project. You can see on the calendar, today is the 23rd. We are live. I have an annual supporter file coming out on the 25th for all of you annual supporters. Just remember, you can only annually support on Patreon. It is not available on YouTube or on Ko-fi at this time. On the 28th, we Zoom. I have a Zoom tier on Patreon. You can do that monthly or annually as well. You can also do that on Ko-fi, but you can't do it annually. And we Zoom every other, every other Friday, every other Saturday is kind of how it's working out. But we have lots of fun. You get to chat. You can actually talk to me instead of typing and waiting for my response and things like that. It's almost like being at the same crafting table. So if that sounds like it might be something that you want to join in on, head on over to Patreon. Click on that link down below the video, just in the video description, and come on over to Patreon and join up on that tier. And today, because we're doing a Make It Now project instead of a project that I created, I did an SVG for you guys. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick and show you. It is loaded up on craftingwithapril.co, not .com. And it is in PNG and SVG form. Just remember that you can flatten an SVG for a print and cut, so you can change the colors on that one and do whatever you want and resize it. The PNG, the colors are the colors that they are, and you can use it that way. But the SVG and the PNG are in that file. I'll show that to you in just a second. Don't forget the birthday project, guys. Make sure you're checking out and getting the details on that. It is also in all of the group announcements. We're teaming up with Cricut and the birthday project to give needy children some birthday wishes on their birthday. We're trying to do 5,000 projects in 5 weeks, and I know everybody who loves Cricut, we can do that in a day. That's just super, super, super easy. You can also subscribe on Patreon when you come over to the site. Let me go over to the files, and I knew it was going to make me log in. Nope, you don't want to save the... I can't remember my password. There we go. Let's try that. There we go. Just got to type it right. All right. So right here, you'll also put, here is your SVG. It's in PNG form too. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Make sure you post up your projects if you use that. And this is for all of you monthly supporters. Thank you so much. That is in lieu of tonight's video. And I thank you for allowing me to do this Make It Now and help out some requests I had on that. There's Miss Shirley. That's our boomer zoomer right there. There's Miss Sue. So let me pop over to the overhead, guys. As always, if you have any questions, put them in caps so that the moderators or myself can see them and we can get you an answer. If we need to come back on screen, we will, and we will do that. I am going to, oops, it didn't change, did it? Oh, well, let me pull that back up. It just wants to give me a fit today, of course. There it goes. Yeah, we're getting there, Dolores. It didn't want to change. I clicked on it like 4 times. It finally went. I'm going to pull that back up and show it to you guys. Give me just a second. It's a quick little thing because I've already logged in. Boom, there it is. Right here on the 2021 tab. I've already logged in, so I don't have to go in there and log in. You guys will see it. It is right here. Here is your Monday file. I didn't forget you. It's right there. So make sure you're doing that birthday project. Let's see if I can pull that up on the blog real quick right here. Cricut and the Birthday Party Project. All the links, everything are there for you. Please go in and get all the details and make your birthday projects. Make sure that you tag Crafting with April, Make It Forward, and the Birthday Party Project when you post your projects. Yay, Shirley, you did 10 water bottles. I'm doing 10 shirts, and I'm going to do 10 cards. You guys are lagging a little bit behind me, too, and that's probably my internet. I got it, Marianne. Thank you. So make sure you guys are doing that, okay? Also, guys, you never know when weird things will happen with social media. Please make sure you're signed up for the monthly newsletter. I promise that I will not email you 10 times a week. I promise. I will email you when there's something special going on, like the birthday project, something like that here. I will email things like that to you, or super good sales. I will send those to you when, like Cricut did the trade up program. Make sure that you're subscribed and you can get all of that information. And just about all of the projects we do, be it a Zoom or monthly or annual supporter, those are all get posted here with videos too. So everything is in one place for you guys. Everything you need is all right here. So let's go over and take a look at this project before I go to the overhead. If you come into a new project and go to all categories here from your projects, here on the left, if you just click on projects, go to all categories here, and then type in 3D and enter, those projects are going to come up. And all of these go together the exact same way as what we're doing tonight. You're just going to have different pieces. Yes, happy emails, Judy. So, well, we have 5 weeks, Shirley. You're going to be good. You'll get them in time. But all of these projects are going to go together the exact same way. They're just going to have different pieces, and they're going to look wonky. We are going to focus on the fox tonight. That's the one we're going to do. And you notice that when you click on it, all you have is a Make It button. You only have a Make It button. It's not going to let you resize these, because once you resize, it can throw things off and things won't fit together nicely. Okay, so it's just like a sewing project. You're not going to be able to do that. If you scroll down, you're going to get a little bit of assembly, and they're going to talk about how to do it, and they give you a little PDF. Okay, and it can be a little bit confusing, and I'm going to pull that over. They're telling you what is a mountain fold and what is a valley fold, okay? And all of the pieces are numbered. This is your main thing right here. Your starting piece has this emblem on it, and your ending piece has this emblem on it, except it has a circle around it. I don't know why they didn't put the circle around that one, but it does have a circle around it. However, the mountain fold, valley fold, and I'm going to show that to you here in just a second, can be a little bit confusing, because if you flip it over where you can't see the numbers, you don't know which is a mountain fold and which is a valley fold. And if you flip it over so that you can see that, then you have to fold them opposite. So if you're one of those people who do a lot of paper crafting, it might mess with your mountain fold, valley fold brain like it did mine. But when you click on Make It, if you come in here, it's going to open up the project to your mat screen, okay? And I am going to make this bigger just so you guys can see. And you can see all the numbers on it. And you can see that these are just valley folds with no numbers right here on this one. And then right here you see this is 68V with a V on it. That means that's a valley fold. Now, let me see if I can find one of the others that might throw you off a little bit. If you've pre-cut and pre-folded, I think I gave you some basic instructions on how to do this. Let's see. I know there's one. Right here, you see that says 90V, but there's nothing there to fold. Don't worry about it. One of these pieces in here has a 90V on it with a tab, and that's just so you know where to match it up. So when you're folding, if you see one of those and there's nothing there to fold, that just means your folded piece is on another piece and it will go here. So just skip over it, okay? And if you look, you see that they're showing it takes 4 sheets of paper to cut this. It only takes 2, guys. Come down to mat 6, click on your 3 dots and move the object and bring it to mat 1. And then come down here to mat 5 and move this object and move it to mat 4. Okay? They will fit. All you have to do is play around a little bit, and you see I can pull that one right in there. I'm going to minimize just a little bit. I pulled it right in and it fits right here on this mat with this one. This one's a little bit trickier. You're going to have to play with it. I believe I flipped mine like this. I pulled this down here. I'm not even going to worry about that guy. And then this one, I rotated this way so that I was able to get those on there. Now you can get, if you play around with it, you can get a couple of these pieces over onto the other, but it's still going to take you 2 pieces of paper regardless. So do you want one big scrap that you can cut something out of later, or do you want to have maybe a larger scrap at the bottom of this one? So if you play around with it, you're going to be able to get it on 2 sheets of paper and then have some scrap, but you don't need to cut it on 4 sheets. And when you hit continue, you can see those other 2 mats will disappear. Then you're just going to pick your cardstock setting. And I cut mine out at 80-pound cardstock. It's going to work well with that. Make sure that you're selecting a pen. They've chosen pen colors for you. I had a white pen, like a Recollections pen that I got. They do fit in the Maker and Explore Air machines. So if you've got a white Recollections pen, you can use that, a gel pen, and use that on your black, or you can use the Cricut silver metallic pens, probably the copper pen. They're not going to show. The numbers are not going to show once you're done, okay? So it doesn't matter if you want to use black on these, as long as your paper's not too thin, you should be fine. But I would go with something that I can see just by marking on the corner of my paper, but not so dark that if you want to light yours up later that it's going to show through. Okay, so that's just some tips on that. So now we're going to move over to the overhead, and if you guys have any questions on this, I think I'm just going to leave that up. If you guys have any questions, we'll come back and we'll revisit that. So let me pop over. There we go. My clicking, or I need to spray out my mouse, maybe some air on that, just to, it's not wanting to click well. I'm going to see if I can pull that in for you guys. There we go. All right, so here the little guy is, and I had a boo-boo on mine, and I tried to get the glue off of it, and I used a wet wipe, and it took some color out, so don't pay attention to that. But he goes together really easy, really well after you get going, okay? Yes, the Jelly Roll white pens will work, Judy. Perfectly fine. Okay, they work. You used a silver marker and it didn't work good. It was too fat, Shirley. Yeah, you want the fine points. You want to use the fine points. Thank you for bringing that up, Shirley. Make sure you're using fine point or extra fine when you're working on these. And I did this in gray for Silver Fox because I'm staging a room and it's done in some grays. And so that's why I cut mine in gray. But you can cut them in. Guys, these would be super cute cut in a pattern paper. I think it would be super cute. How about some flowers thrown in there? That would be, I think it would be cool. So you've got all your pieces, and we're going to, I have these all in a box, and I've already pre-folded. And you can see here that mark with the square in it. This is my last piece. This is going to go on last. That's what that mark is. And I am looking, as I do this, I'm looking for the one that has the starting point on it. And I didn't fold this one yet, so I could show you guys how it folds. I know it's in here. Did I pass it? I got a couple of, there we go. And here's your starting piece. Right here. That's where you're going to start. So if you're thinking it's like a paint by number and you're going to start with number 1, you're not. We're going to be starting with 90 Valley. That's where we're going to be starting at. Okay. And it kind of looks like a battleship or something. So this is the smallest piece. Make sure you don't lose it. That's his nose. You're going to need that. And so here we go. I'm going to do this piece really quick. 70V right here. There's nothing to fold, okay? And instead of doing a valley fold here, a mountain fold here, even though this line is supposed to be a mountain, I am going to fold it as a valley because if I turn it over, it is a mountain fold, okay? But I can't see the number, so I don't know where my next score line is or my number. So I have to have it facing me, which means I'm going to be doing opposite of what it tells me. This says 63 Valley, so I'm going to mountain fold it. I'm going to valley, valley. This one is also a valley fold. Anything that's marked with a V, you're going to mountain fold. And anything marked with just a number, you are going to valley fold. I know, it's weird. And my mountain fold, valley fold brain didn't want to follow it, so sometimes I ended up folding it both ways, and I found that it didn't make a difference. So you've got lots of little folds on all of these pieces. And if you pre-folded, then you are well on your way, because I think pre-folding is going to save you a lot of time. here we have another valley, so it's going to go away from me. And then we have another one in there. Some of them are small lines, and you need to get those folded in there before you, like I said, before you get started. It will make it so much easier if you fold everything first. And they go really quick once you get used to training your brain to fold it opposite. And that is a valley fold, so I'm going to mountain fold it. Okay, so just like that. Now everything is folded, and we're going to start with piece number 1. Now, I ran out of my art glitter glue, and I had a bottle of the Barely art glue, so that's what I'm going to be using. I normally use art glitter. Don't panic, guys. I still do. It's just that I packed up my large refill bottle in the process of moving, and I can't find it in the storage, so I had to use what I had here at the house. So what we're doing, starting at 90 Valley, and so I'm looking for the piece that has 90 Valley on it. And it could be in any color, but I know that this one is gray. So let me find the piece with that. And there's a score I missed. There we go. This can get really confusing. You have to look at all of these numbers. There it is, 90V. So 90V is just this little bitty piece right here, 90V. And here is my tab. So I'm going to put this tab on the top. So it's going to kind of dry fit it together so you know. So now you can see that that is going to be a valley fold once it's glued together, okay? And those pieces kind of interlock. So if you look next to it, this one says 104V, that's 104V, 115V, and 115V. I'll give you guys a close-up look at that. Hopefully I can get it to focus. There we go. But you see, and all I'm going to do is this one is going to go on the top, and then these tabs are going to come up on the top. So your tabs are always to the inside, okay? Not to the outside. Your textured side is your outside. And we're just going to glue that in place. So a little bit of glue there. And we're just going to hold that down. And I'm going to catch up on chat while I'm holding this. Yeah, I think these need eyes too. My husband said the same thing. He said it needs eyes. So I just haven't done it yet. So now 115 Valley, I'm going to fold that back away from me just so I can see and double check 104 Valley, 115 Valley, and they're matching. So I'm going to put a little glue on both of those tabs. And you're going to fold it over, but you're going to have to pull this, guys, and bring your paper up to your score. And it's very important to get those where they're in line. It's going to start forming the shape almost immediately, okay? So I'm just going to hold on to that so it gets in there where it's supposed to be. Get it all lined up. You can see that it's already forming a shape. And I wiped my glue off of there with my finger. And the same thing here. I'm just going to bring that in. Okay, you can see, hopefully you guys can see that. And we're just going to line it up really good. Okay. And I'm catching up here while that dries. All right. So now we're just going to keep working around. Now I need, and you can go one side or the other. I'm looking for a piece that has 69 on it and 113. Okay. So I'm going to look for one of those numbers, or number 40 here. You just want to work your way around. So I'm going to go with, let's see, 69. This one is not it. And that is not it. Not it. So it may be black. Let's go with that. This goes faster as you start using the pieces, but when you first get started, it's finding the piece that I found time consuming. Yep. Did I overlook it? I know that's his tail. I don't need that. Ah, it's white, guys. It's the white piece that looks like this. Okay, so if you've got it folded, it kind of looks like this one. Oops. And if it's still flat, it looks like this. Okay. And the number 69 is right there. And if you look, there's no, 69 is going to fold right on there. Then this one says 52. It doesn't say 113. Don't worry. Okay, I'm just going to bring that up and show it to you. This one says the 69 on it right here, and then 52. And this one has 69 right here, and then 113. We're only going to worry about that number 69 piece right there, okay? And you want to make sure that that tab is not going to interfere, and we're going to glue that right to the inside of that. We're going to line those two pieces up. The tiny little black piece is making you nervous, this piece, right? So now we're just going to put glue on this tab. And then we're going to bring this tab in. And I'm just kind of making sure that it's at the end there, and that this piece is on the score, and then I have this piece is tabbed to the inside. Okay. Very, very simple and easy. So now I am going to look for 52 and 113. So now and if anybody knows of an easier way to do this, please shout out and let us know. $52 and $113. There it is. So it's this piece that looks like this when it's flattened out. And before I move on to 52 is right here and 113 is right here. So there are my two numbers. I am going to go ahead right here. You can see that this has 82 and 82. I know it's hard to see on camera. 82 and 82. We're going to go ahead and pull those in and get that shaped. Okay. It's easier to do it now than it is later. So I'm just going to put a little glue on 82 and pull that in on its score line. just like that. And then this one says 102, and this one says 102, so I'm going to glue those as well. Just putting glue on that tab, and then we're just going to pull that one in. We're going to glue that one together. And you want to hold those till they dry. Hot glue is going to set faster, but trust me, when this starts getting tight, you're probably going to burn yourself. You can do that, Shirley. I just didn't want to confuse anybody, but you can go ahead and do these prior to if you want to. I couldn't do mine prior because then I couldn't show you guys what I did. Okay, so now we have this piece and I want 52 and 113. So right here is my tab 52. And right here is 113. So 52 is going to glue here, and 113 is going to glue to this one, to this tab here. So it's a little wonky, but you can get it in there. So let's just do the small tab first. And I'm just bringing that in and lining it up with its score line on the other side. Just holding it together. And then you can see 28 and 95 and 67 as you work around all go together here. So I'm just leaving 113 all by itself over there for a minute. We're going to do these three tabs. We're going to go to 28 and 95. Just fold it over. Make sure it's at its score line on the other side. And the same with 95. Give it a second to dry. Oh, cool, Pat. All right, so those are good and dry, or dry enough. So I'm doing tab 67. I'm going to bring that one in, make sure it's lined up on its score on the other side. I'm just going to hold it for a second. All the tabs glue to the inside. Never glue a tab to the outside. And all of your tabs are angled, so you know they're tabs. And there's no number on the tab itself that I found. I didn't find any. The numbers are above the tabs, so just work with it from there, Sue. And your tabs always go to the inside. Like this one here. 113 and 42 on this piece, there are no tabs. That is the piece itself. But if you look here, 113 has a tab on it. And so we're going to pull that in, and what we're going to do is line that up on that piece. So the tab is actually glued to the inside and the piece itself stays outside. So that's where we move to 113 at. And then we're going to bring that in. Make sure that that one's nice and level. And you may have to bend your corner in and work with it just a little bit to get it to lay like you need it to. Because you're shaping as you go. You guys can see that where it's got that shape in there, it's bent down, okay? So then we're going to move over to the other side, or you can keep working around this side if you want to. It depends on how you want to do it. I'm going to look at this right here. I've got 9 and 9. So I'm going to go ahead and pull those together on this gray piece. And I'm just pulling that around. Just if you've folded it on the score lines, it's going to follow its shape. Okay. And then that is 42, and I don't have a 42 there. All right. So now I'm going to move over to this side, 40, 35, 40, 84. So I'm looking for piece 84. And let's see. There's 85. Let's see. There, no, that's 48. Okay, well, I missed it. I had to. I don't know where it is. Maybe if I look at it so I can tell where I'm at on here. You know what? I think I messed up. I think mine didn't fold the right way. I wasn't forming mine as I went. Make sure you're forming them, because this is nose. I went backwards. I mean, I still line them up, but if you went backwards like me, flip it around. I did that last time too. 84, 84. I have 48, but I don't have 84. Trying to look. That's not even, it's not even funny. Okay. I'm going to skip it till I get to it. I'm going to start with the nose. I'm going to go to the nose. Okay, so you've got your little nose piece. And I'm skipping that because instead of coming over here, I'm just going to move over here. As long as you work in on the numbers as you go around, you'll be okay. So 40 is going to go to this one, 44 to this one, and 35 to this one. Okay, and then we'll come, there we are. That's why I couldn't find 84. It's right there because this is going to wrap around. Okay. I already had it in my hand. That's why I couldn't find it. So we're going to tab 40. I'm going to do tab 40 first. And we're going to glue that in and bring it out. Right there. Give that a second to grab. Then I'm going to do tab 44 onto the white tab. I like the barely glue, but I don't think it grabs as fast as my art glitter. I think it has more water content to it. Okay. All right, and then tab 35, which is the other side of the triangle of his nose. You can see we're just working that around. Try to get your fingers in there to hold it. To me, this was the hardest part. Trying to get the nose in there. Yeah, that piece to the right of my glue bottle, Sue, is the very last piece. It's marked. The one with this one, it's got the square with the circle around it. So then 84 is right here. If I had looked on my other piece, I had both of them in my hand. That's where the nose went, so we're going to put this tab to the inside of that one. And then that's going to close up his little nose. All right, and then this one says 15, and this one is 15. So it's going to glue right there to that one. So we're going to grab that one while we're at it, and we're going to pull that one in. And yours should be looking like this if you're following along with me. I'm going to say your 80-pound Cricut cardstock, Jen. That's what we're using, 80-pound right here. So we have that one, and then I'm just going to take a look. Here is 60, and here is 60. So that's still on this piece. I'm just going to fold that tab back and glue it, and bring this piece in. Working on his head here. Make sure you get this tab to the back. It's easier to do it now while this is being set than it is later. And you might need a wet wipe to keep any excess glue off your fingers so you don't stick in there. All right, then I'm going to pull this back and look, and it looks like that 64 gets glued right there. I think I covered up my number with my white tab there, but that's where that goes. So I'm just going to pull that in. I think, yeah, his ears go up here. Got it. I just don't want to glue his ears shut yet. So we're going to glue that tab 64 right there. If you glued tab 15 down already, your 64 is probably covered up like mine was. And the same here. This one is 42. It should be going by tab 113. That's where the white tab is covered up the 42. So we're just going to glue it also. All right. Now comes the fun part. You're going to need his ears. These are the two white pieces that look like this. And they are going to glue in. We're looking for 43 and 68 Valley with a V on it. Here's 43. So I am going to let's make sure I get this right. 43, and that's going to go on just like that. Okay, it's going to look like that from this side. All right, so you got these two tabs here and this one here. It's going to look like this from this side, and then if you flip it over and look inside, it's going to look just like this. All right, and that's where that one goes. So just number 43. Keep it in there straight as you can. These are really very easy once you get going. Just takes a minute to find, when you first start, it takes a minute to find the pieces that you need with the right numbers on it. And this is where I thought I had messed up before, because now you can see that 16 Valley and 112 and 36 and 96 and 13, nothing matches. That is a black piece that look like these. Okay, so you're going to need those. Those are going to work their way in here. So I'm looking for 16 Valley, and there it is right there. So that one is going to go here. So you're going to be working essentially with three pieces, the part of his head, his ear, and then the back of his ear, all at the same time. So we're going to glue up the 16 Valley. So I want to put glue right there on the top of that tab and glue it into place. And now you can see I have a 112 to bring this 112 into. Okay, you just have to fold them back and it's going to give you all of your numbers where you can see them. So I'm going to place 112 in there. My black is off just a little bit. Make sure you get yours lined up good. Squeeze mine in there best I can. I done let it dry. And then I'm going to work my way around with number 36. And then right here you have tab number 94. It's on itself, the black piece itself. It's going to glue to the other black piece. Right there. And it's just a teeny tiny tab, guys. I mean, it's teeny tiny. But it's going to give you that shape right here. Okay. Give it a second. And now I am going over to '96 and 96. So this is this piece, this white tab. against this black one, and you're just going to fold it in, okay, and glue that down this way. And I just pulled that one apart. You need to wait until your glue dries. 1 hour and 15 minutes, Jen. 1 hour and 15 minutes to do the first one. After I folded it, okay? That was after I folded. That was just gluing. So now we're going over to tab 96 and we're going to pull that in. And it's a tight area. So you're going to have to get your finger up in there and hold it. But you can see his ear starting to form, okay? It's not too bad, and some of the others may not take as long. It's just going to depend on how small the tabs are. I don't know. I think maybe that the whale tail might be one, and the heart might go together quicker than these. And so now I'm going over to tab 13 and 13 and finishing up his earpiece. Hey, Dan. Welcome. Thanks, Pat. All right, and then we have 98 Valley, and that's going to finish up that ear, and it's going to glue to the gray here. So you're going to pull that in. All right, and then 109 is right here beside it. So 109 is going to go there. We're not picking up any other pieces yet. And that's going to bring those two pieces together. And you can see we now have an ear. Okay? Keep it straight, April. Don't pull it off. Make sure that you keep it straight on its score line right there. And then we're going to move and do the other ear. Yes, thank you, Sue. Please, thumbs up, like, share. Hey, Judy's friend from Tampa. All right, so now we have that one, and now we're going to go and repeat and do the same thing with the other ear. So we're looking for 68 on this one. And it's got a V on it. Mine is smudged. Make sure that when you take them off the mat, I used my gray Cricut gel pen, and I didn't give mine time to dry before I started pulling it off the mat. So make sure that you let it dry so you don't smudge your numbers. And then we're going to put that one right in there on 68. So I'm going to glue that tab. We're going to slip that one in. And remember, that's the only one on the white to the gray. For now, you need your black piece next. And that one's going to have the 120, 107, all of that on there. Here we go. So 120 is going to slide right in there and glue to the 120. 33 to 33, 76 to 76. I'm sorry, I ran out of time, guys, and I didn't bandage my arm. My dog got me again. We were playing, and she jumped on me. and I got scratched. Okay, and then 33. I do have liquid bandage on it. So we're just forming that other ear. And I find it better to have a handy wipe handy with this. If you're using hot glue, I commend you, because I know I couldn't do it. These areas are too tight. I would have so many burns. And now we're doing tab number 76 to 76, pulling that ear in. Oh no, you had COVID too? I'm sorry, Judy. I'm glad that you're better. My husband, you know, he was hospitalized back in April with it. He goes tomorrow for his vaccine. All right, and now we're going to do tab, I can't see my number, 38. That's going to bring in the side of the black piece. Who's putting it together with me? I know you guys are probably quiet or lost. Got your hands full with gluing tabs. All right. We'll pray for him, Judy. Okay, then 46 is going to go to tab 46 right here. So we're going to put glue on that tab and bring that one in. The glue's not dry back here yet. Bring that in. Oh, well, that's a good thing, Judy. So it's not as bad. It's still bad, but not as bad. Yeah, now they're saying another dose, and I can't do that for, they say 8 months. So now we're looking at 107 Valley. So it's going to be a 107 V right here. And that's your gray piece to the black part of the ear. I'm going to have to pull that off. It slid. If yours slides, make sure that you get it lined back up. I'm going to hold both tabs at the same time so it doesn't slide out of place again. All right, and then we are going to bring in, I'm going to fold that out of my way, or try to. Here's tab 24, and I'm going to bring it into 24 right here, and 45 to 45. So I am gluing this tab to this, and then this 45 to this, and then 11 to this. So we're just going to walk around with it. There's tab 24. Now we're going to do tab 45 while holding 24. And this is where it gets tricky because you're running out of space to get your fingers in there. All right. And now I am bringing in tab 11. You'll have to look down on the inside. I'm going to try to get it. It's this tab right here, guys. Tab 11. I'm going to hold that for a second. And then 26 is the small tab here. We haven't picked up any more pieces yet. We're still working on the same piece. And you'll want to make sure you tuck tab 89 to the inside before gluing 26 so that you can get to it. Tab 89. This is the side of the back side of his head, or the side of his head, complete side. And then 25 to 25 right here. And that's going to form the other side of his face. Like so, and you're going to repeat that on this side. When you do tab 83, make sure tab 41 is tucked in, and then your other tab is tucked in so that you can walk those around, because you can see it's closing up his head here. Okay, so I'm just basically putting glue on those 3 tabs so that I can just work it in and hold it easier now that it's getting more workable. I'll let that glue get a little dry and tacky before I stick it. Okay, guys, you should have something looking like this. How cute is he? And it's going to go pretty quick from here. All right. Everybody with me so far? Next, we're going to be looking for tab 66V, 101V. I believe that it's this piece. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I probably am. What did I say? See, I forgot what numbers. 66, 114, and 70. Here's 70 right here. So now we're going to start here, just matching up my numbers. So 63 is inside, and you can see that it's kind of weaving this piece in all the way around. Okay, and that's basically what it is going to do. You're just going to start with tab 70 and then in, and then this one has a tab on it. Then this one has the tab, then the inside has the tab, so you're rotating back and forth. So I'm going to start with tab 70 right here and bring it in with 63 to the inside so that it's easier to work with. And we're just gluing that piece right below his neck. D, it numbers it for you. It numbers everything for you. So now I'm going to fold that tab back and grab it. I'm just going to go ahead and put some glue on these tabs, guys, so that it has time to get tacky as I work around. Just weave it in and out. All of those numbers are going to match if you have the right piece. And if you have one of the gum erasers from Close to My Heart or adhesive erasers, don't worry about so much about little bits of glue from your hand getting on there, because you're going to be able to go back and rub it down once it's dry. I wouldn't do it till it's completely dry, because of, if you're using wet glue, because of the moisture in the glue. Give it time to set good. And then you're going to finish up with tab number 114 and 114. Let's see. I hope that's right. 114. I think that I'm right here. I hope that I got this right. It looks right. It looks right. All right. So that was an easy piece, right? All right, now we're looking for a piece with 88, 31, 106. Here's 106 right here. So 106 is going to go here. Actually, before you do this piece, you want to glue these tabs together. So 73 to 57, and then 106 we'll do after, because it's on this one piece. 73, 57, and then 106. We're going to bring 106 in right here. And I'll get that number 30 tab to the inside. There we go. And again, you're basically going to weave this piece from that point. So now we're going to do 30. And then we're going to do 56. I know, we need a horse, don't we? They have the tiger too, you know, or leopard, I should say. Oops, I glued it and take there. I missed some glue. I'm just going back where I missed that glue tab, guys, and re-gluing it while I can still get my hand in there. I missed a tab. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right, and 106 should be there. So now we need 79 on that side, or 27 on this side. I believe these are his feet. 88, 32. It's a gray piece. Maybe it's this one. I have to keep double checking my numbers, what I'm looking for. 88. I don't see it. Okay, I'm just going to let that dry for a minute while I try to find 88. I'm going to move over to his feet and let those dry. These are pretty simple. This is 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And all you're going to do is basically fold these up like a box, guys. All right. So 1 is going to go to 1 right here. And these are tiny too. Oh yeah, that would be pretty, Tina. And then 2 is going to go into 2. Yes, somebody has the 3D Cricut Cutie for sale somewhere, but I don't know if it's a legal sell or not because of trademark and copyright. But I did see one. So his foot is going to end up looking just like that. And that's going to help you too, because that's going to narrow down some numbers. That's what I'm doing here. And you're going to repeat with 6, 5, 6, 7, and 8. It's the same exact thing. You're just kind of making a box end with these 2 pieces. You're just going to fold up the 2 small tabs. And then the 2 larger tabs. So I'm going to glue off my fingers. Just kind of making a box end. Yeah, Sue, I don't know. So that's why I don't, I can't let it post in the group where they got it, because I don't know that they got permissions for that. And I don't want to be in any trouble for promoting it. But it was cute. Yeah, they should. And it's possible that it's in the works and they just haven't released it. You never know. And congratulations to Tina. Tina won the You Are My Sunshine Challenge for August. And guys, if you aren't keeping an eye on announcements, September's will be posted up on September the 1st. They end the 3rd Saturday of each month. So there are his back feet. These are his back feet, I believe. Yep, they go like this, I think. So those are his back feet. We've got those done. Let's see if any numbers connect here. 125 does. So we're going to connect 125 right here. And try to eliminate some numbers. And 100 right here. These are his front feet. We're going to be needing these any second. Again, that's just making like a little box end. And then 71 is going to glue to the inside of that, and 55 just making a box. Like so. Dolores, you're awfully quiet. Are you with me? And then there's another one like that. We're just going to do the same thing. 37, 80. I go right there on those. 62 is going to come up in there. You're wanting to stay out of trouble too, Louise. Me too. And then we're going to do tab 103 as well. So just kind of making a little bitty wonky box. And then those are his feet. Now this has had a little time to dry. Let's look for 31. Oh wait, we've got another one here. That's 65 on this piece. That's going to glue to itself right here. And 116 glues to itself. And 77. And no, 105. You got one more on this piece where it glues to itself. 105. And then we're going to check this piece over here. This one is 18. This is his tail that glues together to make what I call the pencil point. And let's see, 58 on this one. It's going to glue to itself. And 51. Don't slide off of there. Get back on there. 39 is a teeny tiny tab there. Jen's so cute. You're matching tabs, Dolores. Yay! And then 22 goes to itself on this one. $74. 20 and 81. Isn't it weird how those numbers just jump around from 20 to 81? I thought about trying to make some of these files on my own, and I was like, nah. I don't know if I would have the patience for all the numbering. And my luck, I would do it and get it finished, and I would have put pieces in the wrong place, numbers in the wrong spot. Dolores, close to my heart, has them. Scrapbook.com. Amazon. Thinking. I want to say Tombow, but I don't know if that's right. Tonic Studios, I believe, has them. And that should create that piece. So now here we are, and we need 48 and 93. So let me go and look. That's got to be this piece, because that's the other side of his back. And I'm right, 27. There we go, 27 and 72. Now that could really mess you up, putting both those numbers beside each other. So we're going to go with 27 and glue that in. And then I'm going to weave 72, 122, 59 Valley into that one. I'll make sure that those tabs are up so you can get to them. Checking your outside, make sure you're still on your score lines when you put these tabs together. And then 59. You got yours at Hobby Lobby, Marianne? Yeah. Yeah, they have them. I know a lot of people are not wanting to get out with those that have COVID or haven't gotten vaccinated yet, all of those good things. So you can get them there or online. Get in there. I did that wrong. I got glue on the top of mine. I glued my tab wrong. I glued my tab to the outside instead of the inside on that last one. I was reading chat. Don't do it like I did it. Do it the right way. Just holding mine. I couldn't live without one, Dolores. I'm a messy gluer anyway. So I have to have a glue eraser. So now you should be looking like this. Okay. And we're going to go back here and glue tab number 50. Right there. His little hiney. And then we're going to do this piece. And I know it goes, the feet were the next hardest thing that I did. Let's see. There's 31. I know I have a 31 on here somewhere. Or is it 21? $16 and $17. That's 14. Oh, there's 31. Okay, here we go. This is the fun part. You've got 31, and that 31 is going to glue right here. This is where it kind of gets tricky. You know what? I think I messed up. No, it looks the same. This is where I had issue last time because I couldn't wrap my brain around. Oh, there it is. 88 is covered up. So 88 and 31 are going to go in there like this. We hold them, dry fit them. You have to kind of bend on this fold here to get it to work. And then it starts to come together. And then I'm showing 87, and I don't have 87 there. How did I do that? Make sure your numbers are matching, guys, because they're supposed to match. Oh, 87, I bet is on this piece. Somewhere. This is so weird. Okay. 132, 129, 128, 125, 99, 1978, 30, 46. Now I know I did this last time, and this one looks just like this one. They're not any different yet. So why are my numbers? I'm missing it. I have to be missing it. Weird. Is anybody else having this issue? I did. I looked at the other foot. Okay. But this piece goes on last. That's 16, 17. 16, 17 will go there. But it goes on last. Okay. I know I had the 31, but now I've lost it. 31 goes right here. 32 and 80. I guess that's 88. I've got it covered up. I think it's 88. I'm confused. Confuzzled. 14 Valley. Okay, I'm just going with it. 31 to 31. I know I've put all my numbers together to the ones they go to, so it should come together. 31 to 31, which is his foot. And it's going to go right in there. and then 78 to 78, or 70. See, that says 87. It doesn't say 79. Okay, I've got my 88 though. I'm going 31 and then 88. There we are. 88 was on his foot. And of course I pulled that one loose. 88. That's where we got to put the bend. I'm just going to hold it, guys. So talk to me while my glue dries. We're doing 88 and 31 right here. But we got to let it dry and pull that in. That's 32. The feet nearly did you. The feet, I know they just threw me off so bad. Between the nose and, that was the nose and the feet that I had the most issue with. So now I'm going to go back and see if I can't get tab 31 to stick with a little bit of bend in there. So you have less room to work, it makes it difficult. A pinata. Oh no. After all of this, if somebody squishes him, okay. And it said no, it doesn't want to try. Giving that a little extra pinch to hold. And then this number is 87. I don't have an 87 there, but I do have a 32 here. So I'm going to get a 32 and bring that in next to his leg. There's another piece going in here somewhere. So now we're going to take the other leg and we're going to fight it around. Okay, 78. Tab number 78. And it's going to go right here. Now I think it might be easier to do this outside tab number 119 first and then 78. So that way I can get it squared in there a little bit easier. It takes 2 hands for this. Oops, what am I doing? That's not 119. 47. No wonder it's not fitting. Okay, do 78. It doesn't want to do it my way. That's where the other piece goes. That's the same one that confused me on the other side. 14. So it's 14 and 78, not 119. 14 and 178. Okay, let's see if I can get my hand in there to hold that guy down. Hi, Maria. He's taking back. Hey, if there's a piece missing, somebody go and search Marianne's trash can. Okay. Ooh, this one's taking longer than the other one took. All right, now we got to go inside there, guys, and if you're putting this together, you'll see there's your other black tab that goes to this piece right here. All right, you need to make sure you glue that one. I'm just going to fold that in and hold it here. Little zoomer humor. All right, now that's tab 16 and 17, which goes to this piece here. That's not yet. We got to wait on that. That's our last piece. So here we go. Actually, yeah, 47, that all goes there like so. So where is this piece going, guys? Oh, it's his tail. No wonder I'm so confused. Okay. Got it. I got it figured out now. I got this. I can figure out which way I'm going to go with it. Let's put his tail on there. That way that'll remedy all of that. 61. Yeah. And 34. I'm going to start at 34. And we're going to glue 34 onto this other piece while the legs sit and dry over there. $34, 61, 23, and 98. And I'm just coming all apart here. I am so used to my art glitter glue grabbing by now. Maybe that's what my time difference is. All right, then 98, I believe it is. Yep, or 86. It's either 98 or 86 there. I think it's 86. And then 49. Oh, it is? Oh, that's cool. You're still cricketing. No, it counts. All right, and then 97, and that's going to close that up and get it ready to place onto the other piece. All right. So now I have tab think it's 123 and 48. There's 48. I'm going with it while I have it. Tab 48 right here. 48 right here. Something ain't right. Fold that tab down. It goes in there somewhere. Yep, I see it now. Make sure you fold that side tab back in or you're not going to be able to get in there for 93. That's a weird little angle there. Alright, so there's his tail. We've got that started. 93 is going to go back to the inside of the tail. Just pinching that back right on the inside. And then 123 is going to connect right here. And 118 is going to go up to the inside of this piece. I just pulled 123 loose. Trying to get my tab 118 to the inside. There we go. This one's a little quirky too. We're getting there. You may have to force some pressure down on it after your others dry to get 29 and 118 to line up, but they do line up. And then 29. Well, if I can get 118 to stay. Let's do 29 and then come back to 118 maybe. Does anybody else use the Barely glue that I'm using tonight? Thoughts? In my opinion, for something like this, it's a little too wet. Just me, but I'm a art glitter fan. Alright, so there we have it. My glue's a little wet, guys, so I'm losing a little bit of form there. Maybe I can get it back and let it dry in place. There we go. So now, this is where this weird part comes in. 129. $125. There's 125. So I'm going to get his foot, and 125 is going to go to 125 here. Okay, so it's going to go on like this. See if I can get up in there. Okay. We're almost done, for real. The last piece goes on pretty quick. Fold that back. Yours froze this winter. Yeah, I think it's the water content in this, and I know that they probably got something in there because they say that it can be shipped during freezing weather and thawed up to 5 times. But they have to have some kind of additive or something in there for that, because I'm finding that it doesn't grab as quick and that it's very, very wet compared to my art glitter glue. To me it is anyway. 132. It's going to glue right here. See, it keeps popping apart on me. All right, and that is 128. That's going to go to the other piece. So this piece is only going to glue on 2 spots, 125 and 132 valley. And so we're going to go to the other foot and glue it at 130. And we're going to place it right on that one. 130. Right here on this panel. Yeah, I got you. Right. Yeah, the art glitter, they both have a drawback, I think. And then 131 is going to glue onto the front of that. Right there. And again, you may have to pull that in a little bit. Yeah, if art glitter glue freezes, it kind of turns into cottage cheese. It doesn't like it. All right. So now we have his other foot on, and now we're going to put on the last piece, guys. Yay! So I'm going to start up here at 16 and 17. I know those are 16 and 17 right here, these 2 tabs. I can see them from underneath, so I'm just going to put the glue on there. And then I'm going to bring this piece in like so. As a matter of fact, I'm going to fold this back out of my way just so I can get in here. And glue those 2 pieces right down, those 2 little tabs. And the rest of it should just fall right into place. So I'm going to go in from underneath, and my black tab on the foot is going to go right in on that gray piece. And it's hard to see, but I'm gluing this tab here to the black foot part. And then I'm going to glue the gray tab here. Get my thumb out of there. So this is tab number 47 now. Glue that one in. And then the front part of the foot, which should already be glued, and I pulled it off. There we go. Side of the foot, which is 127. You with me, Dolores? I've tried to, this one isn't going to be as good as my first one because I tried to speed through it for you guys with the time it takes to hold this glue. So some of mine slid off, but it's okay. I think I can still salvage them. Kids won't care. They'll play with it anyway. Then I'm going to go in with this gray tab here to this side. Just going to go ahead and glue that tab at the same time so I can pull them together. All right, and I'm just going to go in here and get my other tab that on that black foot piece and glue it down. I can't see the number, guys. I think it's 87. It's the back of this piece. And glue it down. This piece is pretty easy because there's only one way it can go, right? And now we're going 12 and 129. So I'm just going to do these 129 and 125. And those black pieces, or 126 maybe it is. 125. You'll get it, Dolores, you'll get it. And then 112 and 53. That's where we gotta put our bend back in it and flatten it out. And that's what the hole in it's for, so you can reach those tabs. So everybody is understanding how these go together now? I hope. They're fun and they're easy once you get going on them. You just have to make sure that you're matching up numbers. Don't glue anything that doesn't match because there's probably another piece that goes in there. And I'm just walking around with my glue on these tabs. This is the last one, and I know that they go together there. So I don't have to see the numbers on these. And you won't have the gaps like you see on mine here. My glue is pulling apart because I'm just gluing faster and not giving it time to set on each tab with this other glue. But if you take your time, let your glue dry, or again, use hot glue, but please be careful, don't burn yourself because these are so tight and so hard to get to. You don't want to burn yourself. Yeah, the designing is amazing. Like I said, I looked into making them, and I was like, oh no, 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 no. I have too much on my plate. I would love to learn how, but I just have too much on my plate right now with moving and all of that. So we're just going to close that up like a box, guys. Pulled my tab off. To me, this is really tough here. If your fingers aren't long enough, you might need to use your weeder tool or something like that to get in there. Yeah, I looked into it, Shirley. There are a couple of programs that do it, but you have to create your image or find your image first. And then once you find your image, maybe I can send it to Louise and she could do some for us. Wow. Ta-da! He's done, guys. It's all done. That's it. That's all there is to it. We're done. And take your time. Don't leave gaps and let your glue dry good on yours because it's well worth it in the end. And that can be a lot of fun. She's talking about one that you can, they're free, but you still have to, you need a couple of programs unless you really know what you're doing. There is one program, but there are. Except his eyes. Yeah, he needs eyes. He needs eyes. I agree. But they are fun, and guys, you can get, I did one of the tea lights in mine, and it just didn't light up enough for me. But if you use one of the strings that have like the 10 light battery operated, you can slide that. It'll fit in here, and I think that will be enough light for them. Okay? But they are fun to make. You can see. This one had longer to dry. You can see that I can tell that this one has soaked up a lot of water content. The paper's soft. So it's got some water in it from the glue, but tomorrow he'll be sturdy and stiff like this one. Just got to be careful with him. All right. So you'll get there, Dolores. You'll get there. I want to see somebody do some of the others, the whale tail and the owl, and post them up. I have to name them now. How about Thumper and Boomer? All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. I hope that this answered your questions. Again, like I said, this was requested by several people, so that's why we did it. I know that it was kind of a long, we don't usually go this long on a Monday night live, but I wanted to make sure that if you guys are attempting these 3D polygon projects that you know exactly how they go together. And again, they're all going to be the same. Start with the piece they tell you to start with. End with the piece they tell you to start with. Make sure that you get it folded, pre-folded, and get ready. That way, if you pre-fold it, you know that it's going to be a little bit more pliable for you to work around those angles. So, yes, please post it in the group, Shirley. make sure you're doing that. I will be releasing a file on Wednesday for all of my annual Patreon supporters. That will be coming out. Not sure what it is yet. I've been working on a couple files. I will get that out to you. And then Zoomers, I believe what is it, Friday this week? Are we Zooming Friday or Saturday this week? See, I don't even know where I'm at. Saturday, the 28th. We are going to be doing 3D shaker letters. So you guys might want to join in for that. If you're not a Zoomer, please jump over to Patreon and become a Zoomer. So you guys have a great rest of the week. Catch you guys on Saturday and next Monday. And that will wrap out the end of August for everything except what? Yep, that'll be it. The 30th. I'll see you guys on the 30th as well. That'll be the end of August. And keep those requests coming. If you've got something you want to see, something you want to learn, make sure that you get that in an email to me. Please, please, please. We do these for you. It's what you want to do. Okay? You guys have a great night. Thank you, moderators. Couldn't do any of this without you. Thank you to all my supporters. I'll catch you guys on Saturday and Monday.